So we specialize in what's known as bad faith insurance cases. And people get real anxious about the word bad faith, I think. And really what all that means is if an insurance company denies your claim, delays it, or underpays it in any way, and you feel like that wasn't done right, then you would call someone like me and say, hey, can you take a look at this claim? I tried to make a claim for this, whether it's a derecho or barrel or whatever it was. I have this insurance policy. I think it covers me for wind or hurricane damage. My roof got damaged, got shingles on the floor, water coming in, and they only paid for half a roof. That's a very common example of what I see. And so then they'll ask me to look at it. I put my team of experts on it and figure out, is there more damage there? And are they right? Does the whole roof need to be replaced? Did it happen because of the storm? And so we investigate that. And then if we feel like there's a valid claim there, we take it on.
And we've seen a number of examples of that just at our station. We've done stories with people that, their house is almost completely demolished, and then they say, well, insurance said that they were going to give us $6,000,
right,
for shingles or whatever, and
right,
the whole roof structure is collapsed.
Right.
So is that an example of what would be bad faith?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so where it comes from, where this duty of good faith and fair dealing comes from is, is actually in every state in America, there's a statute, and it's called the Model Act, and it was promulgated way early on by this National Association of Insurance Commissioners, NAIC. And what they did is they realized, we kind of need to outline for these insurance companies what they do and what they should and shouldn't do when they're handling claims. Texas Supreme Court has recognized there's this unequal bargaining power between folks like me and you and these big insurance companies who write these policies. Right. And everyday folks don't look at their policies when they get them. And so they don't know the terms and conditions and all the kind of gotchas and technicalities that you got to comply with and exclusions that are in there or endorsements that are really exclusions and all this verbiage that are in insurance policies. And so there's certain things they have to do. They have to accept it or reject your claim within a certain amount of time. They have to give you an answer on, why they're denying your claim. If they're denying any part of it, they have to tell you what are the reasons that they're denying your claim. They have to pay you within a certain amount of timeline if they accept your claim. And if they don't, Texas law allows you to recover certain penalties on top of what they should have paid you, one of them being interest on the claim as well. So we deal with those kinds of cases every single day here, and we see that a lot.
Okay. Take me to the start. Someone just bought a home, they're shopping for insurance. What are some things that, when you're getting quotes, when you're looking through policies, what should someone do when they're looking through their policy or potential policy? What are some things to look out for?
Yeah.
What are those things that they try to sneak in?
Yeah.
That that you deal with? How do we stop someone from needing you?
Yeah. Great question. And I think it's a two-part question. So the first part is, I think, a really good question about what kind of insurance policy should I get? And, what are the things I should look out for? What are the gotchas? What I did with my insurance agent, and I'll just tell you exactly what I did is I asked him to source quotes. And of course, I don't want to overpay for anything I don't need.